Good evening, everyone. Here again with another manga review, this time for Volume 2 of The Testament of Sister New Devil. I did Volume 1 probably, about a month ago or so, figure it's time to get up to date with Volume 2. Now, I'm still behind where the actual series is currently. I think it's on Volume 6 or 7. So I will do my best to catch up to where the series is, so that way at least, this isn't behind. So this is more for people who are looking to get started on this now, not for, your people who are already into it. So Volume 2, for those of you who don't know, Seven Seas is the publisher of this series. As always, we have the synopsis for what's going to be going on in Volume 2 here. Rated 16 plus. And so for those of you who don't know, this series is the genres are as follows: action, harem, demons, romance, ecchi, and fantasy. So that is why it's rated 16 plus. Because of the ecchi scene, or the ecchi area, and the harem area. Nothing really too crazy though in it. As far as that goes, it's just, for those of you who know that kind of thing, you can understand. So the series revolves around the boy here, Basara, and his new sisters, Mio, Maria, and now we've got his old childhood friend Yuki in, so you can kind of see where his harem thing's going. And he has, in the last volume, he finally has found something that he wanted to protect, which is his new family, Mio and Maria. Before then, he was just kind of lost. We learned that he used to be a hero from the hero clan, but he was basically kicked out of his village for reasons we don't really quite know as of yet. We do learn in Volume 2, though, what happened. For those of you who know the anime as well, you already know what happened. So, with that said, that's kind of like the main plot is Basara here is a old ex-hero who is now in charge of protecting his little sisters, who happen to be, Mio happens to be the demon lord, and Maria happens to be like her succubus attendant kind of thing. And so he's protecting them from, well, we don't really know yet. We know that the current demon lord, it wants her power, because she is the old demon lord's daughter, who is no longer alive. And he was more of a peaceful kind of demon lord. So anyways, so that's kind of where the series is right now, up to this point. As far as the main plot goes, character development, and this series, in Volume 2, we actually learn about Basara's past. Why he was kicked out of the hero village, why everything is the way it is, and we learn what his special power is. More in depth than what happened in Volume 1, as you guys, if you read the first volume, you should have read it if you're viewing this video. What he does is Maria uses her power, and he ends up banishing it. So we learn a little bit more about that power in this book and what it does, although not fully understood yet, and not even he really knows too much about how to control it. He just knows that he figures out, and he no longer is really afraid to use it, because now he has people who he wants to protect, and that's kind of the catalyst to being able to use his ability, as he needs to be able to protect someone. The artwork is the same. Mia Kokasiwa. Mia Koko. Sorry, I am butchering this. Miyakokasiwa. Ignore the very bad pronunciation, but you get the gist. So anyways, the artwork is the same. It's the same artist, so it's going to look pretty much, pretty similar. We're introduced to some more of our villains here, actually. In this one, we get introduced to him, and we find out who he is. We have not been yet introduced to her or this gentleman here. Unless you watch the anime, you won't know who they are. This is her succubus attendant. There is Mio, one of our heroines here, so to speak. Basara, our main character here. Yuki, his childhood friend, and there's his dad in the back. We don't know who this gentleman is yet either, unless you watch the anime. So, but the artwork, again, it's relatively the same here. We get pretty much into our series here with a fight scene. Not too long in, so we get to the nurse's office here for another one of Mio's little episodes, and we end up getting to a fight scene pretty quickly, where we're going to be introduced to our villain, who has no name as of yet. We do learn who he really is, but as of right now, he's just a villain. And then that's his history, his past, which I'll skip. I don't want to reveal that. I want you guys to read that if you have not. And once again, he is protecting Mio, only this time Yuki kind of ends up aiding Mio, because she kind of sees that she cares about him. Because in the first book, when he was seriously injured, she really cared about him. The anime comparison, well, you already know there is an anime out for this series. It's 12 episodes long. This is an older series, so you should be able to find it relatively easy because it aired in 2015. January 8th, 2015 to March 26th, 2015. So it's a relatively older series that I'm doing, but I just like the series. I find it fun, and I want to kind of mix it up a little bit. On the channel. I like doing manga reviews. They're fun. I like physically owning them, although I think I'm going to have to maybe get a digital app pretty soon because my shelf space is kind of running out. At least maybe until I get my own kind of little office thing, if I ever do. So that's kind of where this one leaves off at. It leaves, let's see here, little short story. Okay, so it leaves basically where the heroes are having to intervene more because Mio is kind of getting stronger. We learn that lesser demons are being drawn by her power, and that Basara and Maria have been up all night, late at night, kind of killing the lesser demons in order to protect Mio from becoming a target from the hero clan, which they can't quite yet defeat. So at the very end of this book, we meet two more heroes, or at least not introduced to them, but we kind of see who they are. And they'll play a part in the upcoming books when they eventually have a big brawl type thing. And some of them are forced to choose sides. Would I recommend this particular volume or this series? I'm going to stick with my previous recommendation. This is, of course, not for everybody. If you're into the following genres as I read in the beginning, then you'll love this book. If you're not, then you're not going to like this book. So I really can't say, yes, I recommend it to everybody. I recommend it to the people who like those particular genres. And that is about it. If you have any questions at all or comments, or anything at all, feel free to comment in the section right below in the comment boxes. I do my best to get back to everybody. Yeah. So, other than that, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. I would really, really, really appreciate that. And subscribe to the channel if you really, want to see something. Let me know. Otherwise, I hope you all have a good day, and until the next video.